Hi everyone, I'm Denise with Spiritual Growth Tarot, and I'm here to answer a viewer question from Gail. She wants to know, are we going to get rid of the virus soon? So I'm narrowing it down to just the USA because globally it's not something I can handle. I'd have to do one country at a time to get to the truth. That the questions with the tarot need to be specific as possible. So if it's for another country, you guys let me know in which country that is that you want me to read on. But for now, this is for the USA. And I'm going to draw the cards. I'm going to use a Celtic cross and draw the cards from the premise of the virus itself. So my question to the cards is how long will the virus have a hold on the United States of America? And I'm doing a modified Celtic cross, all the same positions but different meanings. So the first card is for the forces in motion. Second card is the challenges. Third is what we actually have control over. The fourth is what we've done in the past or what we haven't done. What is hanging over us with no control. Our near future. What we're attracting. Others' influence. Our distant future. The outcome. And I pulled the two cards off the bottom. They're over here to help me give us a little more information with the outcome. Okay, so the forces in motion have to do with our emotional integrity. When it comes to the virus, this is powerful, the powerful transmission of fluid. And I don't know if I want to get into this, but we are all comprised of spiritual fluids within us. I mean, what is that? That 28 grams that they can't account for when we cross over? Like the weight of the body changes after death. So the spiritual fluids. We have a spiritual lesson. This is a deeply spiritual lesson for us. That's the forces that are in motion. The challenge is how we handle it, how we handle the forces that are in motion, how we handle the spiritual meaning of this crisis that we've created, or that is here. And the best thing we can always do is to not take self-responsibility. So the challenge is, I believe, is being manipulated by information. And we need to make our own choices to protect ourselves, because obviously, without even laying all the cards down, I can tell you with my own logical brain is that we weren't protected from the get-go by our government. Okay, so what we do have control over, not feeling that we're lacking in any way in our ability to take care of ourselves. That the light is always there, and we can always go and ask for help. We can always go within and get help, and we can help each other. That's what we have control over. We have control over our deprivation consciousness. We can clear out our deprivation consciousness through this experience, and we can learn that we're all in this together, and we can support each other. Okay, so the virus is preying on deprivation consciousness, and it's preying on manipulation, right? If we jump into that realm of fear, if we don't believe that we can help each other and care about each other and take good care, because the Pentacles relates to physical health. Pentacles here with the Five of Pentacles relates to physical health. If we don't believe that we can take good care of our physical health, then we could give up and get hopeless. And that's not the right way to go. Okay, so what has been done in the past, or what the virus has done in the past, we have the King of Wands, and it has dominated. The virus has dominated. It's like fire, and it's gone really quickly and dominated, our lives. Okay, so what's hanging over us, of which we have no control, is the King of Pentacles. So that would be our future legacy, our ancestral DNA going forward. What I'm getting is the buck stops here. The buck stops here with each one of us. We can change the future generations going forward with our choices. And to do that would remove the control that the so-called, forces of money have over us. It's not about money, it's about love. The laws of life are based in love. The structure of our existence is based in love. It's not based in money. The money comes from our love for creating. And we can co-create and create anything that we want. The laws, the universe is bound to receive us by law in all of us. So we can, if unconsciousness comes forward, if difficult things come up, it's about, an area inside of us where we need to be conscious of something we didn't know was there, like a false belief in lack. Would be with the Five of Pentacles, that, we're not enough, I'm not enough, I don't matter, no one cares about me. Those are lies. But if you buy into that lie, then that creates your life experience moving forward. So that's what we need to unhook from. We are more than worthy, whether or not, no matter how much money we have, we are more than worthy. Our success is not based on our monetary worth. Not at all. Okay, so the near future, we're gonna, I believe, with the actual, because I'm reading this from the virus itself, is that there's going to be some opportunity, and maybe even this is a vaccine at first, but not everybody's going to want to try it out, because we're leery. There's so many of us who are leery of big pharma, and leery of, we're just not totally trusting yet. So it's going to take some time for us to trust. Yeah, I don't know any other way to read that. Except if we were to take it on the spiritual level and look at because the virus itself, I don't think it's very conscious. I think it's unconscious, and it just goes, it's a mutation. So on a spiritual level for us, if we can not be apathetic, not be aloof and apathetic, and care more about how we slaughter animals, if that can be done in a humane way, if you eat meat, it's one of those challenging situations. But at the very least, we need to be getting rid of the farming, the big farming situation that's happened, that has been, that has dominated the food, situation over the years for a long time. since it's been, like the factory farming has been in play, we've gone apathetic to animals, and we have to stop that. Okay, so what the virus is attracting is a brand new way of being, way of moving. I'm not sure how to read that yet. Hold on, let's just keep going. Others' influence. This is the control of the spread of, the virus getting into the mucous membranes. I hope this card doesn't mean that the virus is attracting more freedom that way. I really hope that that's not what that means. The distant future is the Knight of Wands, or no, I'm sorry, King of Wands. The King of Wands, wow. And the Emperor here rules all the kings. So the Emperor rules over the material realm and the spiritual realm. I'm going to read this as the distant future is that there's a lot of passion to get this eradicated. And the outcome is the Nine of Pentacles along with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Okay, so now that takes on a new flavor here. With the nine of Pentacles, it's about caring and having a little more luxury. It has to do with us being easier on ourselves and focusing on nature. So I'm hoping that this means that in the future, the way that it can be cleared out is that, so this is a very science-based card here. Legal and science. So the way that it can be, the way we can get rid of it soon, the way we can eradicate it, the fastest way we can eradicate it is to invest in science and to listen to the people who are the scientists who know what they're talking about. There's the I can't say the word, immunologist. the scientific, masters of immunology. and then also maybe some laws that can come down to help us get to that more graceful place so that we're not being foolish. That's what this is. This is in the literal sense. It's meant to, the virus will be eradicated when we're no longer apathetic and when we're no longer foolish to allow ourselves to be open to the mucosity, the spewing of other people's saliva into the air, which is what happens when you go out without a mask and talk to other people. If we're all wearing masks, we're going to be safe. Which has to do with what we do have control over is that we can understand, to come back to this card, we can understand that we are living through a bit of a handicapped type of experience, but we need to honor, remember back here, the forces that are in motion, we need to honor the the power of the spread, and to not be apathetic about that, and to not allow ourselves to be manipulated. We we do need to protect ourselves. I mean, if we just look at this card, the protection is inside. You know, these are two people out in the snow, like out into the cold. But the church is right there, and they can go, like the door is right here, and they can go into the church and get warm. But they're feeling like they're shut out. And that's, we need to shut out the virus by keeping the mask on, and we can always go inside and get warm. We can always find the place to go if we're willing to go. You know, if we're willing to have the courage to go and ask for help and to not be apathetic and not be hopeless. So, yeah, so there's like, you know, this whole other spiritual level that is involved with the lesson that we're all meant to get with this virus. You know, and I do believe that there are people out there that won't have, you know, I see illnesses as having like it's the lock and the key. You know, do they fit together or not? You know, there are going to be people that are just not prone, and or that can get it lightly and get through it, and but that doesn't mean that they couldn't be, you know, the asymptomatic carriers as well. So and I would hope that they would be loving enough to still wear a mask anyway. And if we're all wearing masks until we get through this, until there is hopefully a vaccine that is safe, or some medicine that is safe, something, you know, that everyone can take, then at that point it no longer needs to be like a foolish transmission of fluids. So it's excuse me, the investment of science, and the outcome is that, you know, that graceful ease that we'll have once we've protected ourselves and cared about other people. In the highest sense, this would be about caring about our brothers and sisters enough to wear a mask. And if people are running around out there without masks, then stay away from them. At least that's, you know, that's what I'm getting. Because this definitely has to do with respecting the fluids. You know, we have cups here. Yeah. So the freedom from the fluids, and the only way to be free from the fluids is to wear a mask and to protect yourself. And to accept the fact that it's a handicap type of a situation that we're involved in. And it's just, you know, we need to accept life the way it is. That's always the key. To not fight life. Don't fight life. Don't fight it. Just be with it and be as self-responsible and as responsible to each other as we can. So, okay, that's all I'm seeing. I welcome your comments, and if I'm missing anything, but just remember, I've come from the premise of this is the, you know, the virus itself, and then how we can deal with it, how we can be in relationship, you know, with the virus until we get through this. So, okay, thanks you guys. Take care.